Good evening, everybody. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. I'm sorry I'm running this a little bit late tonight. Just had a busy day. Kind of just was with the fam bam. Hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me know in the chat. Sorry I don't have it on the screen today. Because I'm kind of just riding low. As we do these tech tree guy reviews, it's just going to kind of be like this, where we just show the tech tree. Today we're revisiting CHRON Howard's space. The last one that we did was not his, according to him. And maybe got it mixed up with another creator or somebody who made the tree. So he sent me his actual hash. And yeah, we are going to review it, guys. Thank you so much for being here. New World, how you doing, buddy? What up? What OP? What OP? What's up, buddy? Orest, how you doing, my friend? Axe Darby, always a pleasure, man. It's always good seeing you guys come in. Andre44, good morning to you, my friend. Yes, we hear you. Okay, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. You were live yesterday for 2. Yes, I know, New World. I know. I was Donnie Boom and was playing some Hogwarts Legacy, and by accident, I started streaming by accident, and that was not intentional. Thanks, though. Angry Bob Ross, GB plus Barrage and 2ER equals no bueno. Yeah, we'll go over that ABR. You're more welcome to join if you would like to, my friend, and give your chit chat vocally if you like. If not, no big dealio, my friend. You get to relax and enjoy. I hope you enjoyed your dinner tonight, ABR. Yo, Abo Fahad, what is up, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Bad Boy Letta, I see you too, buddy. So, guys, taking a look at the Cronsters tech tree season, we start off with Scorchers and Tanks. It looks like we got Tanks and Scorchers, Torchers. We'll call them Torchers. You could run Tanks. We got cannons. Okay, that's pretty good against armored vehicles. There's GBE there for the deployment of all that, because you're going to need your gunboat and the GBE to deploy all this together, right? It's a good call for that. Machine guns. All right, cool. So we got machine guns, snipers, and cannons. There's some med kits here. I mean, that's cool, I guess. I mean, that's cool. You got medics as well right there. So you got a lot of medical devices and personnel right up close. So if you want to run all tanks and medics, you could do that. You should have no problem here in 2ER. Bricks down here if you want some battle stank, battle orders. You could do that as well. Ooh, I noticed the top here, he has a dead-end path, it looks like. Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my Lanta. Are you kidding me? One thing I do notice he doesn't have here at the beginning are flares. Flares are not present here, but I can see that if you want heavy choppers early, you won't have the heavies unless you get the heavies first and then go all the way back. It's a really long dead end, my friend. Very long. Interesting. I like it. But let's go over each node here. Medics, cool. I like it with the T-Med. Okay, I see that. Barrage with no building health and GBE. I'm not really liking that right there, because Barrage will be the tech ride, right? No, well, not really a tech ride. We'll get there on day 1. We could get Barrage and GBE on the opening day for most players. So I think that the Barrage gunboat is a little too... that's just a little too offensively early, I believe. So I think that's a problem right there. Rockets, not too hard hitting on armored vehicles. So I feel like defensively, we don't have enough defenses to handle all this armored stuff. Heavy choppers, tanks, and Scorchers. Not trying to shun the tree off the get-go here. But it's a little too hot offensively at the start. And I understand that people are trying to create trees to accommodate and think about the non-IT players, and that is 100% fine. I believe everybody should have a nice little chance to play. But again, we won't get into it, but I'll just say this. Instant training, in my opinion, is a good deal. It covers the whole game, not just this part of the game. You can have instant training for Warships, Mega Crab, Archipelago, and Operations. Not that it matters for Operations much, but the fact is there has to be an incentive for the paying aspect of it, right? So we can't cater too much to the non-IT players, although we should care for them as well. So I think, CHRON, my friend, if you're watching, it's a little too much with the GBE or barrage in 2 ER. You won't even need to land troops. That's how bad it'll be. You won't even need to land troops in 2 ER. And if you're trying to do this for non-IT players to get ERs, yes, you've solved that problem. However, I don't think the team will consider such these nodes early. Heavy choppers are early too, but let's keep moving on, guys. So obviously, we got some machine guns. We got Brick as our first hero. Not necessarily you have to get her. She's right there. Then we got flamethrowers. On to 3 ER. You can pick up 3 machine guns, 3 snipers, or 2 cannons. Probably be the cannons here because, yeah, we got armored tanks and heavy choppers in the mix. Yeah, so 2 cannons. You then pick up heavies if you want them. There they are. Obviously, that'd be a get-go because, heavies and heavy choppers go very hand in hand. However, at this point in 3 ER, it would be just a heavy chopper drop it and let it go. I don't see flares yet, so yeah, it's heavy chopper drop and go. There's artillery shell. So at this point, you have peanut butter and jelly way early, man. I mean, you're asking for 3 ER to be barded down, right? I don't see any building health coming in here. I'm sorry, CHRON, we're kind of picking apart this trick tree. It's just we're looking at it from the developer side and just the community side. And at the very end, we'll do a review from 1 to 10 on the tree design and as well as the tree skeleton, right? So I think the peanut butter and jelly is too early, especially with that GBE node, my friend. I'm not trying to criticize, but we see it as we go by, right? No BH at this point, and I don't see any flares yet. I don't see flares. So that's a positive in this. It was amazing, cheap, and easy. How was your dinner, man? It was good, ABR. We had chicken tonight. It was great. Posse, welcome to the stream, my friend. Thank you for being here. They have not been caring for non-IT players at all this early season, says Arrest. You know what, Arrest? I think this season we currently have, what do we have at the beginning? I forgot. We have heavies, flares early. So I think heavies are a pretty decent, starting troop. You got smoke as well, so you could keep them alive, and med kits and stuff. So, and medics. So I think it's look. Let's define fair to non-IT players. What is fair? What is fair? You tell me where that line is, and we'll cross it. ABR, welcome to the stream. Can you guys hear ABR? Are you there, ABR?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, buddy. So, ABR, we're kind of just going through CHRON's tree, and I'm just seeing that it's a little too offensive early. What do you think?
I love it.
Oh, you love this?
Well, only because 2 yard, 3 yard, you'd be barraging and artillery out all 3 engine rooms at once.
Right, and that's fun to you?
Yeah, I mean, it makes it easy on the fingers. Don't have to really think about anything. You just sit back and barrage and artillery out DR.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, hey, if you have arthritis, guys, then it's a great start.
I do, and that's why I love it.
All right. I believe you. That's great. No, I get it. But for the most players, I mean, we'll be honest. I don't know how many people are watching right now, but
no, it's too spicy. Way too hot.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, moving forward, got artillery, got a shock bomb. No BH yet until over here, I see. Oh, stop. And then we have troop damage and troop health. So not only are we really starting off with some heavy powered troops like Scorchers and heavy choppers and tanks, we're getting troop health and troop damage early. DBD is on here, which is nice, but is it hot enough? At this point in the game, you don't have boom cannons yet until after bombardiers, which are currently right here. Heavy chopper, rocket chopper would be super strong as well. At this point, I mean, you wouldn't even need to drop troops with the barrage artillery and gunboat, right, ABR?
Yeah, you kind of gave them the trifecta.
Yeah, like we got bombardier, heavy chopper early. We got heavy chopper, rocket chopper early. Heavy chopper, laser ranger early. I like the fact that he's really attempting to like let non-IT players not complain, maybe. What I mean, I don't mean it like that in disrespectful way, guys. It's just, look. We know in one of the rules, troops have to die. Like we cannot not have troops die. For 1 in 2-3 ER, not even a troop will be deployed, let alone die. So I really feel that it's really too hot, especially with the barrage artillery. Now, if that wasn't there and there was heavy choppers and all that, that's fine. Let them have that day. But they'd have to drop troops and maybe 1 or 2 would die, I guess. But I think it's a little too hot. Troops die mean no fun, says Ray. Well, again, Supercell's a company, my friend. And we're not saying all troops need to die, but there need to be some balance. If there's no balance and you side with one side, that's unfair for the other side. Because look at it like this. Let's take a look here, guys, really quick. We see Flare here after 4 ER, correct? Those high players will pick up they'll pick up Scorchers, obviously because they have to, and they'll grab the GBE, they'll go through here, get the troop damage, troop health, and they'll get to 4 ER and Flare super fast. That, let alone let's just say they get to 3 here and have all that and get the troop damage, and they already have an advantage over these players here. So if you look at it from a grand scheme of things, the high level players that start a lot farther than most of us in tech will be probably at knocking on 4 ER's door if they look at the tech ride. The tech ride obviously is to Flare here and then more troop damage. And then BH to really throw on the brakes to their opponents. Could you imagine how fair it would be if you're playing, and you got, say for instance, I want heavy choppers. Yes, it's a long path this way, but in the meantime, you're spending so many keys farming for those heavy choppers that by the time you even reach 3, or as you in 3, you're getting 2 cannons or artillery thinking, yeah, I'm going to be Bart and Art out ERs. These players over here already have BH. They're flaring, and that BH is going to, I don't know, ABR. Obviously BH, but I just feel like it's a little too offensive, man. It's just.
Key calculations alone, without seeing what the cost of everything is on this guy's tech thing, you'd be able to get rocket choppers immediately if you took a straight path. So you're giving them everything they need. You don't need flares because you'll have shock and you'll have artillery.
And you'll have troop damage.
So just those 3 things, just artillery, shock, troop damage, and then if you go left of the ER, I believe you have GVE. I mean, you're no, left.
No, well, left. It's at the start. It's in 2 ER.
So you're giving rocket chopper players just right off the bat. You're giving them med kits. You're giving them GP. You're giving them artillery. You're giving them shock bombs. You're giving them troop damage, and they don't really need flares at that point. You could choose to do one of 2 things: art out defenses, art out ER, shock defenses. I mean, you've basically given heavy or rock choppers a very big oomph in the beginning. Very big oomph.
Right. Johnny Doss, we got Ray. They need to make up for all the troops dying with the fizzle meta by giving us a season where little troops die, says Ray. What is that best 3 ER attack, says John Sorensen. Oh, in this season, 3 ER, it's probably Heavy, Zuka, Sparky, and just don't die, my friend. Yo, Adil Sahad, welcome to the stream. JP Policino says that's what we need, says JP. Johnny Doss says, I think Heavy Chopper, Barrage, and Art cool, but they will be so far behind. Without Flare, they will not fizzle, but they will lose on time, says Johnny Doss. I see them barting out ERs, not dropping any troops, guys.
Yeah, I mean, let's get...
There's no building health. Like, if you have max barrage and max artillery, and I think a lot of players could probably, if they completely didn't even upgrade anything here and just unlock barrage, maxed it on day one, and then came over to artillery, just unlock G. Now you probably have to max that as well. So maxing that and GBE, your gunboat, and then moving over to 3 and just getting the bare minimum and trying to upgrade as much as you can to artillery if you can, or just farm for your chests. You're barding out ERs. What the hell is fun in that? I remember we had a season like that where we were beating 3 ER players in 5 seconds because we had barrage artillery early. I don't even think we had a GBE node ABR.
Nope, we had a GBE node. That was the season where it was 4 ER, right? It was the 4 ER where we were doing that, where we were barding out 3 and then just rushing 1.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I think we had 2 GBE nodes, but that's not the point. I mean, that is the point, you know.
Well, and after 4, there's another GBE node.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell you my path would be getting the barrage, getting the artillery, going down for heavies, letting the heavies clear for more GBE, and just raining hell with barrage artillery.
Yeah, 100%. Rocket choppers need flares, says JP.
Yeah, no, they don't. Not if you got shocks.
Yeah, if you flag, I mean, depending on the decks, right? I mean, you have heavies to distract too. So, I mean, you have shocks here. You have barrage artillery to art out stuff. Let's look at the defenses that are going to really affect rocket choppers here. Let's be honest. Flamethrowers, machine guns, meh. Okay? Cannons are the only thing that's going to affect rocket choppers. If I could move this back. Sniper towers, yeah, they'll hurt too. But what's to say that players don't bar or art one out and then nothing attacks them? Now you have rockets as well. But
well, that's what I mean. You get 5 cannons, and then I see the multi-node, so you have 7.
Yeah.
But with building health and max artillery, let's just say you took the straight path, it's only 2 artillery per cannon. So with that GBE node, you could throw probably 6 minimum with still being able to deploy your rock choppers. So you kill 3 cannons off the bat. The machine guns don't do anything. Sniper towers, yeah, they can hurt, but you got shocks. So again, it's
right.
Not that good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm not trying to knock it, guys. We're not trying to knock it. We're just trying to state the obvious, right? And Johnny Doss says, how about you get the other 2? The other 2 ERs, says Johnny Doss? I mean, I guess, yeah, you could get BH. You could actually get BH in 3 ER, so I thought it was connected to sparks. But no, you get boom cannons. There's a doom cannon there. You turn on the heat with those, right, obviously. Boom surprise, 3 hits air, so that's pretty huge. And there's BH there in 3 ER. There's a lot of troops here, right? Like heavy chopper. You just need to drop heavy chopper, rocket chopper. You don't need flares, and they'll do just fine.
Yeah. Figure out how to get the health closer, closer to tech tree too.
What's that again, ABR? Sorry.
That building health, if you could get that before artillery, like if you could switch that building health with artillery, I mean that's a huge step right there. Right. Just swapping the building health with the artillery, perhaps, and putting the artillery over there. Yeah, because at least then you at least have a little bit of building health. Artillery's not, you're not going to be able to kill all 3 engines. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and barraging, like you'll probably get 1, maybe 2 if you farm and some troops die, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
little.
Yeah, I look at it like this too. With that GB, I know we're talking heavily about barrage and artillery, but it does take GB to deploy tanks and scorchers as well, and heavy choppers. So we know that GB could be tight for that. But heavies, if you just want to let heavies out to farm, that's cool too. But yeah, no, guys, look, we're not knocking it. It's just we're looking at it and seeing it from a perspective of a little. In my opinion, it's a little too offensive early. Moving on, guys. Moving into 4 ER, we got Sparky that you got to pick up like we did this season. Flare is Flare after 4 ER. No way you can afford 5.2 million tokens just for 3 items, says Johnny Doss. Yeah, but how fast will that come though, Johnny Doss? How will you drop troops, says JP. You have heavies and laser rangers don't cost anything. I mean, look, guys. What's the GB count? If you have this thing max, and we have GB, what's that give us? That gives us
92 or something like that.
92 GBE.
Something like that. I mean, I'm tired. It's math is probably wrong, but let's just say.
Well, 52, and then if you get a 50%, that's half. That's 78 GBE. 78 GBE. So. Oh, what's it cost Scorchers to drop in tanks? Is it 4 and 8? 4 and 8? I don't know. So you drop 8 Scorchers, that's 64 GBE. You'd have, 14 left if you dropped all Scorchers. Tanks are cheaper. Heavy choppers are heavy choppers 4 or 8 ABR?
Again, it's late. The math is really long. Let's just say I think they're 6, 8. I don't.
Yeah. So I mean, they're 8, says JP. Okay. So I mean, if you want to drop Scorchers, or they're 8 each, and yeah, it could work. I don't know. Hey, look, like I said, guys, what we'll do is we'll rate this at the end, and you guys give your output. I'll give mine. And we'll base it off of, I'm guys, let's be honest here. We got to really think about like the trees that we submit, right? Especially to me, and you want me to review them. Like these will, if they pass mustard, will be headed to Nunu's desk for looking at. So they have their ways of balancing stuff, and we have to be a little bit careful, right? As far as, I'm not trying to say that walk a fine line. It's just that when...
Well, you have to be somewhat crucial, too. Like, I can tell you right now, Nunu's not going to improve just from what I see, just the very first part. Like, if you swapped around some things, like the artillery, the barrage, the GBE, and kind of played with that a little bit, there's a chance. But I guarantee, just looking at just that, they're not going to go for barraging out 3 ERs, with 0 troop loss. It'll never happen.
Right. Yeah, no, things could be swapped, but we'll talk about that later. Again, moving on, guys, there is the Flare, more GBE. There's a multi-node Sky Shield 3, which is nice. Amplifier 3, Grappler 3. More build troop health at this point. Coming up, there's another BH. So at this point, you can have 100% building health. Having that in 3, and then this in 4. So you have 100 BH, which is better. But I still feel with this GB node and others, you'll be Barton out an ER, but you won't be able to get them all, right?
See, look, if you took artillery and put it where the second building health node is, right, left that building health alone next to the cannon. Took the second
this one.
Then artillery.
So if you went like this.
Exactly. Now you have something that is, very...
more enticing.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, you have very friendly in the beginning, but also not spicy enough to where, can't make it work.
Right. We need a tree like this every now and then, says JP. What? You can't barrage 3 ERs, though, says JP.
Sure you can. We had it one season.
So it's
almost
30,000. So it's 20,000 plus 10 and 3 ER. It's 30,000. You have max barrage and artillery. The max barrage does like 14K and the max artillery does 6,000. I know it doesn't change over that. So let's say 20,000. Barrage is 10 and then it goes up by what, 11. So let's say you dumped one barrage on 3 ERs. That'd take away 14K. Let's just say some change on that, leaving about what, 16 or 15. You would need 3 artillery per ER, and they'd be out. Could you afford that? You'd probably have to drop troops like heavies to farm a little bit, maybe. But with 78 GB, I think it could be done.
It's doable. Believe me, there was a season where we only had to drop heavies and we only needed to farm like 8 buildings. We had it down to a science. Me, Shish, Kanopi. You needed to kill like 8 buildings, then you'd flare up, kill one of their ERs. And remember, each ER gives you GBE back.
Yes. 5, 10, then 15. Yes.
Yes. Kill the 2 and you get 15 back.
Yep. You get 15 if you get 2. Yeah, so you're getting 15 GB back for more artillery. Yeah, so it is possible, guys, with max barrage, artillery, and GBE to take out 3 ERs without building health. So if that building health was there, it wouldn't be so easy. It wouldn't mean that people still wouldn't be barting out ERs. It's just they wouldn't be able to get all 3 of them. Let's think about that, right? So yeah, okay. So then moving on, guys. Moving on into the 5th ER woods here. We got Zukas, Cryoneers, Kavan. Again, more at this point, 100% troop health. Heavy choppers and will not die probably. I could see it definitely be a heavy chopper rush at this point because you got flares, more GBE, troop damage. At this point, with all this building health here, barrage artillery would probably still be on the back burner for players, heavy rushing. So they'd be heavy chopper rushing, and then at the very last time they're flaring their stuff over the last one, they'd be barrage and arting the last ER, and it'd be a base race like none before. All right, moving on, guys. 5 ER, there's mortar finally. Sam G says, with this tech definitely taking the top way, ha ha ha. Let's go yellow bus, says Sam G. Apex donated 20. Thank you, buddy. Nothing to say other than thanks to you both, says Apex Pray. Well, Apex, thank you, buddy. You're too damn kind, money. Thanks for the $20 dono. Appreciate that, buddy. You're too sweet. With no boom and shock mines till now, no shock launchers, says New World. Yeah, I don't see shock launchers. That would be something, right? No shock mines as well. So, and there's no mines. There's no mines until after 5. After 5, you get mines and boom mines. I didn't even pick up on that, but good call there. So you get mines after 5, which theoretically, like, I mean, no troops would die, pretty much, APR.
They would. Yellow buses definitely would die.
Yeah, but we all know that this would be the creme de la creme right here. Heavy choppers.
Yeah.
I mean,
take out barrage artillery and everybody's going to go heavy buses.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Buses, artillery, more, it's everybody's going to find their way. It's just nature of the beast.
100%, yeah. What's up, Commander Rob? Welcome to the stream. So, guys, moving on, you get some mines, boom mines in the 5th ER deck. Riflemen, warriors. There's Bullet. Also 5, not necessarily a pickup. You don't have to, but he's there for your picking if you like. There are critters up here too as well. Nice time to bring those in with the mine placement. But I probably wouldn't pick them up because I wouldn't need to, I don't think.
So they could be, depending on base layout, somebody might put you remember this season how you just put the 1 ER randomly in the top right corner?
Yeah.
I mean, you could, maybe if somebody did that, you could find a way to use them.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, I don't see smoke early. There was no smoke yet. There's smoke right there. So after 6 CR, you get smoke. There's some shock mines right there. Grenadiers are not necessarily a pickup unless you want this node, multi-node. 2 rockets or a shock launcher. I don't recall a shock launcher being in here yet. Did I miss that?
Nope, can't have that there, sir.
I guess you could go here first, then come get it.
Yeah, it would just be grayed out, yeah.
Yeah, so at this point here, after 6 ER, you're picking up shock launchers, and you're picking up mines here, 4, 4, 8. So he's giving you them right there. If you want the shock launchers, okay, I like that. Critter launchers are right here. Grenadiers are needed to pick up this multi-node here. And there's mechs for your choice if you like to get them. They're not required. 7 ER now. We move in and we got another amp 3. We have an amp 3, another laser 3, and there's a doom cannon 2. Ooh, another mine node. Ooh, 448. Another a lot of mines coming in here. Not sure if these are allowed to be here. More mines, but maybe. I didn't remember that rule. I know there has to be 1 though. You have to have a 448, but there's 2 of them here. So Seekers are at the end. There's more troop damage, more GBE, and you got a multi-node here with a shock blaster, hot pot 3, CMO 3, and then more DBD at the bottom there. What were you saying, ABR? I'm sorry, did I cut you off?
Oh, I just said that I like that he put the critter launchers at the end of the tree, shock launchers at the end of the tree.
Yeah.
I mean, that does fare well with me in my gameplay. I play.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So the further back, the better. Seekers, again, back the better.
Yeah, that's good. Seekers in 7 ER. I like it. I like that. And I like how you have these mines here. I don't know if that'd be kosher for them, but I like them. Let's take a look at all the boosts he has now, guys. Starting off, it'd be nice maybe up here to put all the boosts so we don't have to keep scrolling through it. I don't know. I'm not going to force DeGazer to do this, but up here, maybe put each time you throw out a node, it keeps adding 50 to each whatever, like GB or troop damage. Like, that'd be kind of nice to have right there. He has a validate button here too as well. That's not working yet. Looks like, doesn't look like. But once it does, it'll let you know if this tree has passed all the rules, you know, as far as proto levels and whatnot. He's working on a validate button. That's a new update coming in. But looking at this, guys, let's take a look at GB. So there's 50, 100, 150 GBE. Let's do DBD. So that's 50. 100 DBD. Okay. Troop health, we got 50. 100. Okay, 100 troop health. Troop damage, 50. 100. 150. 150 troop damage. Building health, 50. 100. 100. Okay, so a lot of troop damage this season. 100% pretty much everywhere else, right? Interesting. All right. So we were liking the end here. We like this shock launcher, critter launcher placement. It gets more interesting at the end, right? I see how many sky shields we have. We have 1, I think. 1 sky shield 3. So 1 sky shield 3. Interesting. So, guys, I'm going to give my review of a score here on this tree, 1 to 10. 10 obviously being the best, right? Just my concern for the front early on, too. It's going to kind of help me decide this score. I'm going to give it a 4. I know I'm harsh. I'm so sorry. You might disagree with me. I'll ask you guys in a second. ABR, what would you say as far as the tech tree, the node placements and whatnot? What would you give 1 out of 10? I give him a 4, not to be mean. It's just, we got to be real. And I'm just trying to be real.
I'd say if you could do a few changes.
Yes.
As of right now, I'd say 4, 4.5, 5. If you could make it so that it's not just a barrage artillery cluster F in the beginning, I'd say it's easily looking like a 6.5, 7 tree.
I agree. I would agree. I would agree that if that, like you said, swapping that building health with that artillery node would be with this one right here, right? Like this.
Yeah, I mean, just that would bring it up to like a 5. Solid 5.
Yeah, I would definitely bump the Scorp if that was changed, because that way you're not completely obliterating your opponents by barrage artillerying out their ERs. But for the sake of his tree, I'm not going to change it without his approval. So again, I give it a 4. ABR said 4.5, 5. So yeah, but on the tech tree skeletal design, I do like the fact that you give options. You got this long path up here to the heavy chopper. I like here as you metal into 3 to 4. You got all these different paths you can choose. You don't need to take a particular one. You can dilly-dally. You want artillery, shock, troop damage. You don't want rocket choppers. You can get DBD, bombardiers, boom cannons, and then go to the ER. You don't need to get that, or whichever. So I think the skeletal is nice. I like that there's a dead-end node here. Like that building health is just sticking there as a sore thumb. I like the tree design. I think it's really creative. I think it's nice pathing. Yeah, I dig the tree skeletal. And for that, I will give you a 9.
Yeah, 8.5, 9.
Yeah. So guys, now that we've given our scores, in the chat, let us know what you guys think. First, put the number of the tree itself as far as nodes. Let us know the number, followed by tree skeleton. So give us a number and then a number next to it, and we'll know the first one is the tree and the second one is the skeleton. Let us know what you guys think. Apex Prey says 10 for effort. Absolutely. And by all means, guys, don't think that we're being rude. This is a free tree builder, which is great. Thank you to Gazer for building this. And this is for you guys to have fun, more or less. If you were really wanting to submit this for review for a tech tree in the actual season, you need to really put on and that thinking cap of like, let's try to be real here. Like we have to really consider this. And look, if I were the developers, I'd say, let's give it a shot and see how the community likes it, right? They'll come back, right? They'll come back. I mean, we put Cryoneers one season to start with, and people hated that, but they still played next season. You know what I mean? So I would personally put it, I'd put most of these, that would be like saving them work for making trees, right? So I would do that, but I'm not Nunu. I'm not the developer team, and I just know by the way they work. Not that I know them, but when we submitted our community tree, when we built it a while back, I was told it was too spicy. Not because it was spicy at the beginning, but spicy at the end. So like, there's things, if you want to carefully submit this for review or use in the season, we have to really think about the nodes that we place stuff at. And as much as I give this a 10 out of 10 effort, very creative, I like what he's thinking, but I just think people would complain that, like, if you lost to a barrage artillery barred out with a player by 1 second, wouldn't that piss you off? Like, just to know that it's all about who can bar art the ERs out first. I think that it would just be it'd be a pisser, and I think people would be. I mean, it's a simple way for non-IT players to get ERs. You won their hearts. I know that for sure. But for the others, I just don't know.
I look at it different. Imagine being a 2ER player, you're branded Warships, you're singing 2 ERs, and you have barrage max and you have GB max, you could throw 4 barrage, and all you have to do is do 2 barrage on each engine room. So that would literally be the 2 ER meta, would be just 2 and 2, and whoever could click faster that's the winner.
Right. So troops and defenses are irrelevant in 2 ER.
Right. And that's why I say, like, I don't know Nunu. I don't know how he thinks, but I could guarantee you it would never fly. The second they'd be like, yeah, no.
No, absolutely, guys. Shock mine until 6 ER, looking like the fastest attack wins, says Sam G. Yep, we have it in season 2 mine node. 2 mine nodes in season 2. In this season 2, no, absolutely, Johnny. I'm not against it. I'd be for more mines. I like mines. They mess a lot of people up and kill troops. But I don't know their parameters on having 2 nodes like that per se. I'm not against it. I didn't say I was against it. I was just not sure they're for it or they will allow that.
Yeah, I actually like it.
Yeah, I like mines too. They are a pain in the rear end. Shock mine until 6. Okay. Yep. Definitely looking for like the fastest attack wins. Absolutely. A 10 for effort, says Apex Prey. A New World gives it a 6.8 on the tech tree design and a 10 for effort. Oh, 6 and 8. So he gives us 6 for the tech tree, an 8 for the skeleton, and a 10 for effort. I give you the 10. I give the 10 for effort as well. I like the BD at the end of the tree, says Sam G. Yeah, I do too. Apex says it would be a noob season. I would thrive, says Apex. So yeah, guys. Yeah, CHRON, I want to say thank you, my friend. If you're not watching now, please don't take what we said as far as the critiqueness or the criticism to heart. It's seriously not. I think you did a great tree. I love the fact that we have the ability to make tech trees. And you spent time on this, and effort-wise, thank you. You did an amazing job, 10. But we're trying to be real here. If this was to hit the season, and you submitted this for my review to be in a season, I would imagine. And if you guys want to do that, go to warships.acetech.cloud. Go to the tech tree builder. I can show you right here. When you go to the website, it's you just click here, and you can view the planner or the tree builder right here, and start building your season. And then you could submit it. So I'll show you really quick. It's going to probably erase it if I do this, but it's okay. But what's really nice about it, you can come over here, go to Tech Tree Builder. Oh, it won't until I reform. So if I go to Planner and look at this current season and go to Tech Tree Builder, it's now empty. I think I have CHRON's hash still available. So for me, I would import tree data, right click and hit paste. That's his hash right there. I hit apply, and there's his tree. Look how beautiful that is. So not only when you make your tree, you want to come over here and export your tree data, and it'll give you a hash. If I click this, it's going to give me a hash. I think it's the same one, perhaps, I think. But you copy paste that, save it, send that to me at my email address, opdestroyboombeach@gmail.com. opdestroyboombeach, one word, @gmail.com. In the subject line of your message to me, email, make sure you put your in-game name. Like if you're Angry Bob Ross, you'd put Angry Bob Ross in the subject so I know it's from you. And then you'd send me your hash, this really long line of text and code and all that. And then I would just come over here and import that data into this area here, and your tree would show up on my screen. So, yeah, guys, that is CHRON Howard's tech tree. I think I'll do this. Trees that are review, I will probably submit to Nunu and let him just look at the trees, and he'll either pick one he likes or they like, and then they'll go with it. And if they don't like it, they won't pick any of them. Like I can submit these trees, and I will. Nunu welcomes submissions, he told me. So again, if you guys want me to submit your tree, whether I graded it as a 4 or 5 or ABR of 4, I'll still submit these to Nunu. But if he comes back to me and says, for instance, on this tree, it's too hot, there's barrage artillery and GBE, I'm not going to go back and I'll tell CHRON what is the problem, and he can fix it, but I'm not going to fix trees for people that have created their own, because that wouldn't be their own then. I'll let them have to do it, or whatever. We'll see. But I will submit. I will submit Commander J Dooms and CHRON's tree, and we'll look at Captain Chewie. I think tomorrow he has one. I know I was going to show 2 tonight, but we'll just do 1. Tomorrow I have Captain Chewie, and I think there's Big Bear Ballin also submitted a check tree as well. So,
if he didn't, you'll have Chewie and ABR.
Are you gonna have one ABR too, or what?
You want me to make one?
I would love for you to make one, my friend. I think you'd be so damn good at it. Yeah, you know how to get there, right? ABR, and how to build it and export the hash.
Yeah, just send me a link in Discord.
Yeah, absolutely, my friend. Yeah, and then you just email me there, opdestroyboombeach@gmail.com. Angry Bob Ross in the subject line. Anybody else that wants to do this, put your name, in-game name, in the subject line so I know who it is. And send me that hash code, and I'll reply with "got it, thanks," just to confirm receipt. And yeah, I will create a stream and showcase your tech tree live on my channel. How cool is that, guys? And the cherry on top is every tech tree I review goes to Nunu. Done. And it sits. And what?
And there's even and on mine. You could bash the bejesus out of my tech tree because I welcome it.
Yeah, so Kazna, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for being here. Also, it would be nice to add the rationale in the email why you designed it in a specific way. You know what? I like that too, New World. Yeah, I would welcome that, guys. When you send me your hash, let me know in a separate. Don't attach it to your hash, your sentences and all that. Make it separate. Just say, hey, I made this tree. I acknowledge, just say I made this tree. You don't need to go over what you did because I didn't see it yet. But just say, look, I made this tree to accommodate non-IT players as well as complemented IT players, and try to mesh that gap between them both. And then I'll take that in consideration. I'll even read that on the stream of what they said about their tree. So I actually like that idea, New World. So guys, if you're out there, you don't need to do that. But if you'd like to, I would do that, and I'll read that on stream for you. Absolutely. 100%. I like it. I like it. So anyways, guys, we only had New World. A New World was the only one who scored the tree. Anybody else want to give their score from the tree to the skeleton? Please. We didn't get all the people. I know we have 19 people or 20 people watching, but didn't get too much feedback from the other part of the community. If your tree is picked, you should get all the tech at the start, like Munkin did that one season, says Apex. I remember that, Munchkin. But anyways, folks, thank you for being here. And again, I if you want to get on this, please go to warships.acetech.cloud and hit the drop down menu and start building your tree. And what's super nice is if you start a tree, let me show you real quick. I think if I just refresh this, right? Yeah, I could refresh this and it'll erase it. Let's say, for instance, you wanted to add a cannon right here, and you wanted to add a boom cannon right there, and maybe, maybe a scorcher now. And you could find troops up here too, guys, and put an SC for Scorcher, and there it is. You can just... Why isn't that letting me pick it? Wait, that's broken. What the heck? Why can't I put a Scorcher there? Oh, there you go. It just my end sucked. But again, a Scorcher there could be nice, right? But like, let's say you started this and you were like, you know what? It's dinner time or it's bedtime. I got to work tomorrow. I'll work on this tomorrow after work. You can come up over here to options, export that tree, and you'll have your hash here. Save that. Like, I'm going to save it right now. Watch. I'm going to copy it. Copy. Okay. Close that down. I'm going to reset it. I'm going to go to options and import. I'm going to import that hash. Apply. There's my Scorcher boom cannon. It's there. It's like a save feature, and you can load it again and work on it when you feel like you can. And drop in these nodes. This is a drag of a mouse, or you can select the node and you can use these buttons here. Add, connect up, connect, disconnect down, or connect right. So you could do all that. You could just line your tree up. I mean, you could just go crazy already, you know? Really, really easy, guys. Really easy. It would be nice. I would suggest maybe starting out, if you start out, design your skeletal first. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. But you can always, in the end, if you're not liking it, just take it back, you know? Very, very cool, guys. Very cool. And all the ERs are placed on the columns. You're not allowed to move your ERs. They're allowed to be on any of these 3 nodes. Those are the columns that are the rules. So you pick the node you want it on, and they're already placed there for you, so you don't need to do it. You just need to pick which one you want. So anyways, very simple, guys. Very easy, user-friendly. Very user-friendly. This is great job to Gazer once again. Are you going to be playing Hogwarts, OP, says New World? I was, but it's getting kind of late, man, so I might put that on the back burner for tomorrow or something. Speaking of that, guys, let me show you this really quick before I leave. Look at that. I'm in 21, 13. Here I am here. I collected all my 3 chests earlier in Diamond. I have 152 keys, 2.7 million upgrade tokens. Tomorrow morning, my friends, OP gets Scorchers, he gets shock launchers, he gets troop damage tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. Whether I collect in gold or diamond, I'll have tokens for troop damage, shocks, and Scorchers. I'm planning on using Scorchers and Laser Rangers. We'll be picking up Kavan probably, but we'll see how Sparky does with Scorchers. I think she'll be okay because she'll be pooping critters, and that's good. So I'm having no problem right now with Sparky, Heavies, Medics, and Laser Rangers. I'll show you a replay real quick. You can see my attacks times 135, 128, and 114. 128 was on a 5 ER like this. Ooh, low battery mode. And so, again, Sparky, Heavies, Medics, no problem. So, I think Sparky will work very well with the Scorchers, troop damage, and because I have 100% troop health, so my Scorchers are going to reign very strong on these maps, I believe. We'll have to wait and see. But, guys, make sure you tune in, subscribe. I'll be going live tomorrow when I get all my goodies. At 8 o'clock in the morning. And just like that, my friends, we're able to take this guy down. A minute and 28, was it? Minute 28. So I'm happy. I'm happy, guys. I'm looking good here, and I'm still 4 ER. And here's the deck I'm running. So stay tuned tomorrow, my friends. We will be going live around probably 9 a.m. when I get up, probably. But there you go, my friends. There you go. And everybody else, you'll be live tomorrow at 8 your time. Not 8, probably 9 or 10, something like that. My wife's busy at work tomorrow, so she'll be gone. So I'll have the kids and all that. So it'll be just me pretty much here. And I'll probably go live tomorrow, guys, and show you what troop damage, Laser Rangers, and Scorchers can do for you if you'd like to get them. The question is, will I beat Bombardier players or Scorcher Rocket Chopper players? I know they're out there. I don't know if they're really out there on 5 ER, but Maybe they are. I don't know. But I'm looking forward to that troop damage. It's going to be a nice little uptick in some laser ranger damage, and that's going to be great. And my Scorchers will have 100% troop health on them, so that's super clutch too. All right, my friends, that's going to do it. Thank you so much. Have a good night, Apex. I'm going to grind for a while before bed. Stay out of my way, says Apex. I won't be out there, buddy. Anyways, have a good night, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Good night, ABR.
Good night.